Hello, I'm Melissa Doan, and this is 4893 Mental Health Administration.
I wanted to go over the syllabus with you. Right here, you can see my email and my cell phone number if you need to contact me. The only thing that I ask is if you want to set up a conversation with me, I ask you to do a few things in that email. And that is just basically, I get a lot of emails and they're like, hey, do you have a minute to speak with me? Um, we all are busy, and when we cause each other to kind of play tag back and forth, it just becomes a very inefficient thing. So what I ask is if you want to meet, you have questions, you want to even schedule a quick phone call, just send me an email. Say that you need to talk to me by phone or virtually in a Google Meet, how much time that you think you need, how urgent it is, and about what your schedule looks like, so that when I respond to you, I can immediately give you a time and appointment. And I would really appreciate that efficiency. Um, so, our class is really based upon how a program runs from the top down. And so, you're going to see a lot of information about how an agency runs and what that looks like. So, your discussion boards are also going to be based upon that. So, you have your course objectives here and everything, a lot of the kind of similar things that you're used to in every course. So you have one major signature assignment, and what makes this signature assignment very important is that if you participate well in all of your discussion boards, you are building your agency project as you go. So what that also means, it's incredibly important for you to give good feedback to your peers. You'll notice in every discussion board, there's a specific way that you are supposed to give direction back to your peers. So saying good job or I really enjoyed your post will not give you any points for your discussion feedback. So it's really important. And then at the end, your group is going to be able to pick one out and give feedback overall to that full plan. And then when you make those corrections, then adding those corrections in will also give you another 25 points on top of your paper. Every discussion board is going to build on to the next set. So it's very important to pay attention to how the agency is going to be built, and then how that's going to look and what feedback people have. Because when we get creative, we can really see things. But even when we have a great idea, sometimes what happens is we often really we maybe look at things too narrow. And so having other people just give us feedback is going to be very helpful. So your feedback to each other is going to be very, very reflective. So you're going to be doing this in small chunks all throughout the module and getting feedback. So take that feedback, put it in your post, and help each other out. You'll have a midterm exam in the middle, and then you'll have a final exam in Module 7. There's short videos along the way to explain different things, so take the opportunity to watch all the videos. They're short. I try to make them as short as possible. Some of the information is dry, so we're talking about building, agencies and running administrative things. And so this is very different than clinical work. It's not a clinical perspective. It's how to manage people and operations. So I do understand that it can be dry. So take the opportunity to listen to it while you're doing other things. But watch the videos because they will help you out in the end. It'll give you ideas as you go. Your agency plan is typed out more specific right here. And I always try to give everybody a middle of the module time to meet live. So you'll get that invitation to join a room, to come in and ask any questions that you have after you've kind of been in class for a couple of weeks. And that way, if there's anything that you want to ask or anything that you want to clarify, please do that by email early on, or join in the group room just to socialize. You'll be getting that invite. Here's kind of what you can expect each week by date. I grade on Mondays, so everything's due by Sundays, just very simple. Have it in by Sunday night before I grade on Mondays. And I think that about covers it. Do note that this is a different class than all the classes that you've taken about helping people, because as you can see just by these chapter headings, being a manager, designing a program, how it's designed from organization, managing people, administratively, finances, that is different than theories and group work and learning techniques. So this is going to be a little bit different, but we all need to understand the companies in which we work, or if you might have a goal of opening up something your own one day, it'll give you some food for thought. So know that this is a required class, and so I've had people get upset that we asked them to do this because they feel like they're practicing outside their scope because they're not running a business and they've not got an MBA or something like that. But understand that this is not so that you can specifically go and open up your own business, or even that we feel like you're qualified. This is for you to have the understanding of how agencies work and how that trickles down and how things can trickle down from the top. And we all need to understand the dynamics in which we work.
And the last thing I want to go over is instructor policies. The most important thing here is going to be the communication. I do expect you to do your work each week. This is not a class to where it works well if you get 2 or 3 weeks behind, so you need to keep on track. You'll also mess up other people by not giving them their feedback on time. So it takes a lot of effort, but I expect that you get your stuff on time. You will lose points for turning in things late. For your bigger assignments, you will lose 10 points a day. And those are in Canvas, so you'll see where those are specifically, like with turning in the draft late or your paper. So if you have any questions, if you feel overwhelmed, if you are confused, please take time to contact me and let me help you. It's not as bad as it looks once you get going on it, and don't overthink it. But communicating with me that something's going on or that you're struggling is the most important thing that you can do. And here again, I put in about time zones, and when you contact me, information that would be very much appreciated to put into the email. And then at the bottom is our syllabus statement. So make sure to read over that if you're not familiar with that. And I will see you all in class.